Hello, lovelies. Welcome again to my channel, Let's Heal Together. And I am so happy that you're taking the time out to sit with me, drink your coffee or your tea with me, and just talk about life and our journey of healing. Now, of course, you know I'm going to have my special guest back again with me. Come on, Amber. I am so happy to have you here again. I missed you. And we're back with our normal setting.
Yes.
So come on, let's jump right into it. So we did have one of our viewers. They wanted to, they made a suggestion for us to talk about coping.
Okay.
And just watching the news lately, I think definitely is a big thing.
Important.
I've been seeing a lot of suicide, and a lot of suicide by young people.
Yeah.
And I think that really wears, it weighs heavy because, young people, they're at the prime of their life.
Yeah.
You're just starting out. The world is still a beautiful place. I know we have so much going on, but potential of a young person is so amazing. Not to say anything about my older ladies and gentlemen. It's funny because when I was like 12, 15, I thought like 40 was decrepit. Like, to me, that was, no, seriously. Like, I mean, that was like my mom, and my mom was like old. I was like, old. And, I'm going to be 40 this year. And I'm like, there is nothing old about 40.
No, it's
like,
not.
I'm still young.
I feel like that's the time you're supposed to be living life.
Yes, so I'm just realizing that. So for all of my my younger viewers and for all of my more mature viewers, we're going to talk about coping today. And we're just going to talk, it's not going to be a long session, just a really quick session about some of the things that I've done to cope with life. And Amber's going to give us, because we're different, we have an age gap. So I think maybe we do different things. I don't know. We'll see. But so we're talking about coping today. So get your tea. Let's get in it. You got yours today?
Yeah.
Okay. I got Earl Grey if anybody wants to know, because yes, I had a little headache and I needed something to kind of soothe me. And honestly, this is doing the job. So I'm on a diet for my 40s. I don't know why Amber gonna put these Snickers bars in front of me, because I am trying to get sleek and sassy. I didn't want to say sexy, but I'm trying to get sleek and sassy for my 40s. I'm not trying to be on no Snickers thing. So, so there's so many techniques that people talk about when you talk about coping. And for those of you who don't know, we're talking about coping with life, and it could be different things, like coping with hurt, coping with any type of emotion. And you want to have a good coping technique, because if you don't, you either blow up or you internalize things, and either way it leads you down a bad road. So we want to talk about different things that you can do. Now, I had to dig through some of my stuff because I find I'm a little bit odd. I don't have one set thing.
Yeah, that's your job.
So I kind of bounce around. So I went digging into some of the different things. And don't laugh at me, y'all, because I told y'all from the beginning, I'm a little bit different than most. So I am by no means a professional painter. But, so one day, I told you in the beginning of this thing, I'm a mother, I'm a lot of things. But one day when I was being a mother and the children was getting on my nerves and I was just up here, my son wanted to paint, and I said, fine. So I didn't spread the trash bag, to protect the bed and everything. Yes, we painted on the bed because I don't do outdoors much. I'm afraid of the bugs that God created. So we painted on the bed. And he was doing it. I'm watching him and he's scribbling. He's like, Mom, you like it? I'm like, it's beautiful. Wow. What is it? And he's like, it's a dinosaur. I'm like, okay, son, it's beautiful. I love it. And then I just took over his whole project, and I started painting my own thing. And it was like a de-stressor for me. And literally, so I don't know if you can, let's see if you all can see. So this is, Amber made me feel so good like I'm Picasso. So this is what I came up with. And
tree
you know
of life.
what? Yes. You know what? Honestly,
It is.
Yes.
Oh.
This was my happy place. This is where I wanted to be in the midst of all of that. And it was just the tree, and then the sky was blue, so and it was bright, and then the sun was coming out.
Yes.
And the tree had stuff all over it, child. It had pink. And it was just, can you see? Let me get closer so y'all can see my artwork here. And at the bottom, for those of you who I do write poetry every now and then when I'm overwhelmed. That is another technique that I use, coping. My tag name has always been Effortless. There's a singer, her name is Rita Springer, and she made an album called Effortless. And in my teenage years, I listened to that and I would just cry and cry and cry. And there's a little song that she has on there, and it's like, may my praise be effortless. May my song come easily, and may my worship be pleasing to you. And ever since then, I wrote poetry and I would tag it effortless.
Hey, it's a reminder.
So it's a reminder for me that I want my life to be effortless. So that's one of the ways that I cope.
Okay.
So Amber, tell me how you're coping with life. What are you doing?
I would say I reflect. Is that
Okay.
I reflect on like what am I necessarily being sad about? What's making me feel down? And reflecting allows me to actually it allows me to release.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and it
you
helps
think it through.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it through, and it actually helps me to keep on going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So almost like a meditation type thing. Now, do you do anything, do you add any outside things? Like, do you listen to music while you're reflecting? Do you read a scripture? Do you read a good book?
Music. Sometimes I even dance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we just...
Yeah.
We're reflecting all over here. Reflecting. Okay. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good thing. Meditation and relaxation is definitely a coping technique.
Yeah.
The one thing I would say is, so I know a lot of people are big on meditation these days. Now, I will say I'm huge on meditation, but I'm not just going to meditate on anything now.
No.
So you cannot give me an app that is talking about you are in the universe. No, ma'am.
I'm not.
I can't meditate on that because I don't know where the universe you talk about.
Yes.
So I have to meditate on something that I feel really connected to. And that's honestly like good worship music, scriptures. I can meditate on that stuff.
Yeah.
There's a scripture. It says, whatever is lovely, whatever is good, whatever is amazing, I'm giving my own words, whatever is kind, whatever is beautiful in life. Think on these things.
Yeah.
So I think that's like a form of meditation.
Yeah.
Like, think on things that are awesome. Don't sit there and just think about the problem all day. You got to infuse what's going on with some good things so that your mind doesn't get bogged down by it. So another coping thing that I've done, so I like to write. Well, I write poetry.
Yeah.
But I also like to write. Just these are just the most recent ones. You just had one. I write everywhere. I literally write everywhere.
What?
Yes. You know why?
Because
at any point in time, I may not be able to find the one
words.
book that I write in, and I really need it. So literally, when I go to the store, I will pick up books, and I write. So if I open all of these books, so look right here, and I'll date it. It says December 1st, 2019. Everything that God promised me shall come to pass in 2020.
Look at God.
In 2020. We're in 2020. Do you not know in the midst of this pandemic that I needed to read this? Child.
Lord.
Because we got about 3 months left in 2020. What month we in?
Yeah,
September.
Yeah, 3. September.
October, November, December. So we got 3 months left. And this says everything that God promised. So it is good for me.
It's a reminder.
It's a reminder for me. Yeah. And so this is what I do. And literally there are times when I will pick up my old books and I will just open them. So here we go. Again, be a builder.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not a destroyer.
Yeah, be a builder. So just little things that I will write down, and sometimes it won't make sense sometimes, at a point in time, but if you pick up your words at certain times, like I don't know what I was thinking when I put be a builder, but today as I'm thinking about coping, I want to be a builder in my life, in your life. I want to build you up. Like the other day I was thinking, like, you never know what someone is going through.
Never.
And so be the light.
Yes.
You
at
know,
all times.
Be that person that encourages someone. You know, call a distant friend. How are you doing? That should be our homework.
Yeah.
That should be our homework. Let us reach out to someone. This is your homework. Are you writing it down? All right, come on, get the book. Get the book. Who, Amber? How you gonna have the book? You ain't got no paper. I got 5 books and no paper. Lord help me. It's in here. It's in here. So that is gonna be our homework for the rest of this week. Reach out because you know what? People are going through things, and I would feel horrible if someone I loved or someone that I know, you know, committed suicide. Yeah, that's true. Or you know, or attempted it. And you know, sometimes we're all having bad days, but even on your bad days, be sweet, be kind, be loving, you know, be nice, you know, as much as you can, be positive, because like the world is so, it's so,
especially with everything going on, it's a lot.
You know, be a light, be a builder. Yeah. So let's see. And all these books, my mom gave me this one. And I remember I was having a horrible day, and she just walked up to me and she was like, oh, I got you a book. And you see what it says?
Can I see? Look. Today is going to be great.
Great. And I looked and I was like, how does she know I needed something like that? You know? And then this one, I know the Lord is always with me.
Yes.
So, you know, I just pick up little journals all over the place and I just write things. And so, okay, this may be a longer video than I thought. So let me tell you. So since I was young, I'll read this one to you. But ever since I was young, like teenage years, I would write stuff that, and it's not like an imagination, but it was like I would write stuff that my heart feels, and it would be so real to me. Yeah. So I have literally books filled that have this same type of feel to them. So let me read this. Okay. It says, she lay in a room lit. And I would always be descriptive, like I was, you know, gonna make a movie out of this someday. She lay in a room lit only by the light shining from the master bedroom. The room wasn't much bigger than the one she grew up in and had previously met him in. Him is in capital letters, so that's God. So it's not my husband, because we ain't meet no room. Come on, y'all. Bring your minds back. She must have changed. So much had changed since their last encounter. And she felt a yearning to meet as before. But would he come? She drifted off to sleep. The challenges of 2 small children, I told you I was a mother, 2 small children lay heavy on her. When she finally found time the next day, she wondered if he had come and found her asleep, or if he had avoided her as much as she had avoided him as of late, to prevent the flood of pain and anguish that often came when she thought of his plans for her life. But she knew she could not avoid him forever because he was her source. It was far from night, but she knew if she did not call now, the yearning in her heart, let's see what's next, y'all, it's a story now, would pass when situations rise as they often did. And she said, Father, God, Lord, do you still wait to hear my voice, or have you moved on to those who are more consistent? She did not hear a reply. She did not feel his presence. It was 12:26, and she would need to get up for church soon. So I wrote this on a Sunday. I was getting ready for church. And then she says, Lord, speak. I'm listening. Please, I yearn to hear your voice. And then he says, I know. And then it says, it was like the voice of many waters, beautiful and frightening all at once. And he says, I have long desired to speak to you, to tell you great and marvelous things. It was a start, and she accepted it as thus, hoping next time would be heaven on earth. Hey. So I literally, I have a bunch of these scenarios, and it always starts with she was in a room. And sometimes it would be well lit, sometimes dim, and it's literally I write it as I'm in the room, and literally, it's called Conversations with God, and literally it's my conversation with God. So there's so many ways that you can cope.
You should come with a book.
You know what?
Called Conversations with God.
I should. Don't steal my idea.
Oh, Lord.
It's copywritten. But there's so many things that you can do. You can reach out to people.
Yeah.
You can write.
Yeah.
Tell me one other thing that you do, Amber, because we did promise a short video.
Singing.
Ooh, I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Singing.
Show us how you. Show us how you do it. How do you do it when you're coping?
No, yeah, singing, and I didn't realize that until previously, that singing helps me cope. I did not realize that. I didn't know it was a big thing for me.
That's kind of funny because I thought I realized that.
You did?
Yes.
I didn't know that at all about myself.
You kind of brighten. And you go deep
I
when
did
you
not
sing.
know
So,
that at all. I'm like, you know what I realized that when we did Let's Come Sing With Me.
Are you
I was
serious?
just like, it made me feel so much like just like
better.
Yeah, and I was like, what in the world?
So that's your route. That's your release.
Yeah,
So
I was
that's
like,
a good
wow.
thing.
Huh.
See, so we're learning things about ourselves here. I'm telling you. So there are other things you can do. You can read.
Yeah.
Quality time.
Yeah.
With yourself.
Oh yeah, self-care is.
Everyone's on this self-care Sunday business. I've been doing self-care Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Whatever day you can get the self-care in.
Yeah, you have to
get it.
It's important.
Yeah. Especially if you are busy, if you're a mom, if you're a daughter, if you're taking care of other people, you have to take that time out to do the self-care. So remember that. And is there anything else? There's so many roots, but we wanted to do a quick video today. I'm choking. Give me 1 second.
Find your place. I thought you were choking for.
No, I was choking. It's like something just hit the back of my throat.
Oh Jesus!
This tea is getting it though. It's good.
Jesus. Find your coping mechanism.
Find something. Find someone. If you don't, try different things. Life can be beautiful again.
Yep.
It can be beautiful again. There's nothing that says once you've hit a bad place, that's the end of your life. Let me give you a brief explanation. I remember when I was young and I always said I wanted to get married young. I wanted to have my kids young so that I would have energy for them.
Like not.
And so when I hit my 20s, I was like, okay, I'm ready. It's time. And I didn't see nobody. I didn't see no husband.
Where you at though?
It's like, oh, okay. And I just kept just like, okay. And I want to say I was like 23 or something before I ever went on my first date, 23, 24.
Oh. And
I was like, okay, let's just like, let's speed this up. I got married at 32. I think I got married at 32 years old.
What would that be, like 6 years ago? 7?
Yeah.
6?
Yeah. 6? I got married at 32. Yeah, we'll do the math afterwards. I got married in my 30s. But before I got married in my 30s, I remember after I reached a certain point in life, I was like, well, maybe this thing is not going to happen.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not going to get married. Maybe I'm not going to have no kids. Let me focus on something else.
Yeah.
And then it happened.
Yeah, it always happens when you're not looking.
Yeah, and then I got married.
Yeah.
And I got married, and I got pregnant on my honeymoon.
What?
Child came back pregnant.
Dang.
And next month, I got married in July. August, I was positive pregnancy test.
Oh, I didn't know what that
Yes. And then September had a miscarriage.
Oh.
So when I had that miscarriage, first I was so excited for the pregnancy, and so when I had the miscarriage, it just it hit me the hardest.
Yeah.
And for so many different reasons. And we'll talk about that in the next episode. But it hit me very hard.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, we can, we'll keep trying. And we kept trying and kept trying. It didn't happen. And I was like, well, maybe I'm not going to have any kids.
Yeah.
And then a year after that, preparing, then I had Josiah. Got pregnant, had Josiah. And I was just like, okay, it happened.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, do I want to have any more kids? And now I have 2 that I birthed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, life just keeps happening. So I said all of that to say, your life is not over. It may not look as beautiful as the picture that you've painted in your head, but there can be a restoration where the picture may look a little bit different, but it's still beautiful.
Someone said, I don't know who I was watching. I think it was Sarah Chicks. I'm not too sure who it was, but someone said, make the plans that you want in your life and watch how God changes it.
It's a scripture. It says, man plans and God laughs.
Oh, it's
the new. I think the message, the Message Bible. It says that's how they word it. Man plans and God laughs. I think that's how they word it.
Yeah.
But because He's good at changing our plans and rearranging them so that they're the best for us. So for all of you out there that are experiencing stuff in life, we are not professional counselors. We are here. We are on our own journey of healing. We are our own journey of restoration. We're just sharing some of the things that we do. We're sharing our experiences because we want to let you know life can be beautiful again. Life can be amazing again. Life can be good again. Find a coping technique. If you cannot find one, find a friend. If you cannot find a friend, reach out to someone that seems like they care about you. Reach out to family. And make yourself open to the idea of love and of peace, of life, of living life. Don't find negative coping techniques. Please. Some people are running to sex with strangers. Some people are running to parties, and some people are running to drinking, and now you're becoming an alcoholic. And some people are running to drugs, and now you're overdosing. Forget about that. It doesn't lead to a good road. We're trying to give you things that can lead to a better road. So if I open, this is one of my Bibles. This is my message. If I open, I told you I write everywhere. So I don't just write in books. So
it's graffiti.
I literally have graffitied my Bible. Sorry, Lord, I hope that's not a sin. But I write notes to myself everywhere. And so when I open my old Bibles, let me tell you some of the stuff. So this in red says, don't be a rebel. I don't know what was going on that day. I guess I was acting up. I was reminding myself. Then I have in pink, God loves me. So do you know sometimes there's a song that says sometimes you have to encourage yourself? So there are times when I can't find someone to talk to, or there may be things that I don't want to share yet. And I will literally go to my Bible, and it's like I'm encouraging myself. Because these are things that I have written, not now. So 8/3/2010, Vanessa, stay in your lane and allow God to make you function effectively in your gift. That's 2010. So we're in 2020. Ooh, so 10 years ago. 10 years ago. 11/20/11. God, please show, expose, correct, train. So there's so many different things. Don't let me wander away. Lord, please help me to stay dwelling in your presence. These are the things that you need to be telling yourself. You know, write things that later on, if you look back at them, it's almost like you're encouraging yourself. It's important.
And they'll come up at the right moment.
Yes, I'm telling you.
You'll totally forget about it. You'll pick up something and it'll flop right over. You'll be like, oh, wow.
Yes, and it will remind you of the things and the places that you want to go in life. So that is my short video that ended up to be a long video. Thank you for watching. So remember, here we laugh, here we cry, here we may dance. Amber does most of the dancing because that's her coping technique. I don't have the rhythm, but that looks like salsa. I like that one.
Oh, that was Dora the Explorer.
What?
I was singing Dora the Explorer.
No, don't sing that one now. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, but at the end of the day, we're healing together. Bye-bye, lovelies. Bye.